Hey everyone, this is Kimberly Gondrella again, reporting from my guest bedroom in New Orleans for the coronavirus lockdown. And today, very briefly, well, first of all, I want to assure everybody that we are still fine, we are still home, and we are still pretty bored, but we are trying our best to stay positive, to not panic, and to make the best of the time that we have and the flexibility that we have right now. Even though it's not flexibility to go anywhere, it certainly is flexibility with what we do with our time, which is a blessing in a lot of ways. It's definitely something that I've often hoped for, just really maybe not in the circumstances that I have been given it, but I guess that's how most things happen. It's kind of like the monkey's paw or something, right? Or needful things, or one of those tropes. Quickly, I did want to talk today a little bit about anxiety. This is something I think all of us are feeling, whether we battled with it in the past or whether it is situational or a combination of both. I certainly know myself has had issues with that probably my whole life to some degree or another, and definitely exacerbated by the situation that we're in. I'm the kind of person who enjoys having control and having a plan and being able to see a path forward to execute that plan. And right now, the uncertainty that I think we're all feeling is very difficult for people like me. And probably very difficult for most of you in some way or another. That said, I think that it's something we need to take seriously. It's something that we need to discuss, and I think it's something that we need to forgive ourselves for. I know I did not sleep much last night. I haven't really slept much the last few nights, although I have been up early and trying to create up late, but it's one of those things where as soon as you quiet down, your mind starts to cycle with all of the possible negative outcomes that are available to be faced. And while I understand that there's a need for that oftentimes when it comes to planning and preparedness, it could also devolve into a type of mental illness when we focus too much on the possible disastrous outcomes, as opposed to just dealing with the reality of where we are at this particular moment, which is not, none of these things have happened yet. So the idea that you're going to spend the emotional energy on something that has not happened, it can be very, very unhealthy. We need to take it day by day. We need to take it moment by moment. We need to reach out to each other when we feel that we need to. And then we also need to distance ourselves and take peaceful time for ourselves when we feel that we need to as well. I think it's very important for us all to look inward and try to discover what it is that we need and how we can help ourselves achieve that without worrying too much about our responsibilities and our roles to other people at this moment. You need to put your safety goggles on or your oxygen mask on first before you can help anyone else. And I think it's important that we all take the time to put our own masks on. That was a terrible, terrible analogy in a time like this, but put our own masks on and care for ourselves. And that also means acknowledging the reality of our feelings and not being shamed by them and not being oppressed by them, but instead acknowledging and owning and taking accountability for those things, for those feelings. That's about it. If you're struggling with any anxiety, you're not alone. We're all here together doing this. I am also in the same boat, and I understand, and I am here for you if you need to talk. So hit me up, and otherwise, I will be back tomorrow with something else to talk about. I've appreciated you letting me do this. I've appreciated you letting me talk at you. I've appreciated taking the moment to try to connect with other people. It's definitely helped. I look forward to this few moments a day when I can get out of my head and pretend that I'm still interacting with the world around me. Thankfully, the internet is there to help us do that. So again, thank you, and here's my apocalypse hat for the day, and there'll be another one tomorrow if you want to check in on me again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you very much, everyone, and talk to you soon. Stay safe and take care.